What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Beautiful night, beautiful night. We're back in the Build Absolute Share podcast, episode number 112. We got, obviously, we know what we gotta talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? But we got some other shit to get into as well. So, it's your boy D Friend.
Boy, B Neil, what's good?
Back, man, it's been a while. It's been like 10 days, I think, since the last real podcast. But we here, and we got to talk about Will Smith. You see the title, is Will Smith embarrassment? But that's a question I don't think so, but it's a question I have for myself as far as the way people is. We'll talk about it. We got that audio, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes. Go look up there. Absolutely Your Podcast. Go listen on the audio platforms as well. So it's been 10 days. I don't know if you want to do good things or you want to hop into something real quick. It's up to you.
I actually do have some good things. I've been slipping on my good things, but I got some. I discovered Audible. And
yeah, Audible's great.
This might sound a little addy, but hey, man, it's changing my life. I knocked out 3 books, nigga, in like 1 week. Goddamn, like I ain't gonna lie, that shit different.
What books you listen to?
Let me look real quick. 10X was one of them with Greg Cardone. I got like one more, probably like a little less than an hour on that one. I listen to them hoes while I be door dashing. Let me see. 10X and then Atomic Habits, and then the other one was the Unplugged Alpha.
I don't know what that is. That sounds like that's a Fresh and Fit book.
No, but it's around the kind of the red pillish community, if you would ask. But it was that was probably the it was okay. It was all right. I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah. So my good things, just same as always, man. Family's good, life's good, everything's going good. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much the best good thing that you can have in life, honestly. So. There's so many different ways to jump in. There's so many different things I want to discuss within this topic.
That's cool. Well, I'm interested. What's one of those ways?
It's like it's the reactions to it. It's the false narratives. It's like everything about it. Like the way people are taking it. To me, it's just simple. Like this is my culmination of the slap. Right. This is my like broken down version of why this happened. I think this happened because of. That motherfucker going through shit. He been tired of being the butt of the joke. But let me say it and then I'll get to it, whatever. I just want to cut this point. And I guess in that moment, that was just like, I'm about to go there and slap this motherfucker. Obviously, Jada looks upset. I don't got time for this shit. Fuck it, go slap this motherfucker. That's really my thing about it. That's like, this is a culmination of everything. That this is the straw that broke the camel's back. That's pretty much how I feel about that situation. With Will Smith. And,
I could see that, but I also feel like it was a little cowardly because it's like out of all the people you can really get mad at, you really gonna get mad at this one. Like, you know how like you and your girl be kind of like tense, but like y'all start the argument like start over some clothes on the ground, but it's not really because of that. Like I feel like that's what you're gonna really ball up and like.
No, he's not the. He's not the sole reason. He's just the last straw. He's okay. All right, this is the last motherfucker. Everybody else, I let everybody else slide. This is the one that broke my back. It could be the most minuscule out of everybody, but it's just that one that broke my back. It's just that one. Pause. Everybody else may have been worse. They calling him a cuck. This, that, all that stuff. I can't see you motherfuckers on the internet talking shit. I don't see you guys.
But you seen August in your house.
But that was, from what they said, they was separated from what the red table did. I can only go off what I see on the red table.
They were separated in his house with another nigga. That's cool.
I
don't care how separate y'all is, nigga.
That's they shit. The thing about Will Smith, I don't really give a fuck about what they do behind closed doors. Like, if that's what y'all niggas agreed on, I wouldn't do that in my house. That's you, man. I don't like. That's you. I don't
So
care.
I get that narrative and how people be like, why y'all worried and shit like that. But to me, I think that's one of those like, what do you call it? Like residual, like when you kind of change history in a little bit, like how you kind of go back and look at things differently. But like the reason I say that is because like we all in seen that kind of like that woman or that dude that'll make that excuse and then the other person start like, oh yeah, I kind of agree with it, but they really never did. They never really was feeling that, and I feel like Will kind of got drug into that shit. If I'm being honest, I don't really think that he was like, yeah, you can fuck another nigga in my house. Like I just don't. I can't see it, bro. I can't see it. I know people like to say that was an open relationship. I think that's some shit that came out. Like they
Well, no,
start
they've been
saying
saying that
that
before. They've
after.
been saying that when I was in high school. I've been hearing about this open relationship with Will and Jada for before this red table entanglement, all this stuff. They've told that shit forever in Hollywood.
Possibly.
But it just got more brought into scope because now they're speaking about it openly. Before it was just like a rumor that people are talking about. Now it's like
So
it's a
what?
confirmed
So
thing that
so
they was
my
doing
thing
it.
about it is, it's like, what makes you so upset about it then? Like when people talk about it, if like you were like comfortable with this lifestyle
I think this is where we get to
for
the Jada thing.
years.
This is where we get to the Jada thing. I think he was comfortable with it, right? There's a lot of things people do behind closed doors that they're comfortable with. It's when motherfuckers know about. Now everybody knows about it. Like that's just supposed to be something that we just do, and we know. But now that everybody knows, like, all right, motherfucker. Now it's like
But you
I'm
gonna
making
act hurt like
jokes.
that though?
Y'all ain't gonna just keep talking. Y'all still talking shit. Ain't like motherfuckers ain't talking shit. Like this, even the narrative that I see is like they're celebrities. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. If I'm a celebrity, I'm gonna have fucking feelings. Me and you,
I
Bryce,
don't
we're
know.
human. Me and Bryce, we're human beings right now. Me and you. If this shit blows up and we become the next goddamn Joe Rogan, motherfuckers gonna be talking shit. You're still gonna be a human being at the end of the fucking day.
I mean, a certain shit though. But like if you talking shit that's like I'm comfortable in my life and shit like that, or like if you was talking shit about me smoking, like I'm not gonna like stop
No,
smoking. Like,
we're not saying. We're not just saying, hey, he's a smoker. They're saying you.
but
That's like
that's
a
what
nigga
I'm
say
like.
you a
He's.
pothead loser. Fuck your brain dead.
But I
Like
wouldn't give
it's
a fuck.
levels of
I
talking
wouldn't
shit
give
to
a
just
fuck.
saying,
I
oh, he's
wouldn't give a
open.
fuck.
But that's
I wouldn't give
different
a fuck.
people. That's different people. You
But
might not give a fuck.
so my
That
thing
nigga
is,
obviously gives a fuck.
so am I judging? This is how I'm looking at their relationship. I'm looking at it like they're not in a relationship. They're just together for a brand. Am I wrong on that, or like, do you think they were still together, but they also were open?
See, I just don't get why would Will do that for a brand. And I say this when we talk about Jay. Like Will Smith is bigger than fucking Jay. I don't even understand the logic of even this. I don't get why he would stay with her. I don't get unless he just fucking Weenie Hut Jr. She got him wrapped by the balls. If that's the case, that's hey, that's the case, nigga. That's your marriage. But it's like my nigga, I'm not about to like. It's like this is so another point I thought too. Let me just reel it back in. This is another point I thought too. I was thinking like Will, because Will was laughing at first when that joke got thrown out. I'm disconnecting Twitter's conversation of the alopecia, black. He didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. He wouldn't think about that. I don't think so. I think, and this is a theory. This isn't like a obviously not confirmed. It's one of those PTSD things. If I don't get up here and do something, this motherfucker's gonna go back to sit at her fucking red table, talking to some random fucking celebrity, and talk about the time I didn't fucking stand up for her. There's gonna be another goddamn thing that everybody in there gonna talk about. So fuck it, I'm slapping. I don't give a fuck. I'm slapping. Whatever the fallout is, I'd rather deal with that than her going to sit her ass on that red table and talk about this shit again.
I ain't gonna lie, he acting like a real Mac bitch. A real Mac bitch. Cause out of all the people you can have animosity to, you skipping everybody but the person you should really have the heat for. Like fuck Twitter, fuck Chris Rock, fuck. I mean, you can really come in August too, but the person that's the main culprit is Jada Pinkett. Nigga, you need to look her ass in the eyes and realize what the fuck you had created. Cause she's a monster, yo. Said, huh?
Your audio cut out, but
Yeah, I clipped my what's name accident. But I don't get it either. I don't get staying with her for a brand, but then it's like maybe Will is stuck on those like traditional like principles like Steve Harvey and like how he just has to be married as well, like on his third marriage or whatever. And then it's like you got the family brand. It's like maybe she's not a huge star, but like the family, like you think about a family brand because you think about Will Smith as being like a family man, a good man, like one of the most liked men that you can find in America, you want to have a clean image, and I think you want to have like a family. Not like
See, I may be different than other people. When I think about Will Smith, I don't even fucking think about his family. I think about Will Smith. That's I don't think about Jada, Jaden, Willow. I don't give a fuck about none of them people. Will Smith is fucking Will Smith.
No, I understand that, but I think a part of his clean image is also maintaining a good family and a free family. Like that's why he probably don't put strains on his kid because like look how free and unique my kids are. Because I just like I think
he needs to get out of there. Fuck that. He needs to. They say, Jada, you're a cut. Even though, let me tell you something. I know this is like caping for Will Smith. Will Smith, according to him, right? Because he says he knows these things. He wouldn't be considered a cut. He'd be considered a willet. That's what he would be considered.
He said that himself.
Willingly knows what's going on. That's the definition.
But I mean, a cuck be willingly.
A cuck is someone who doesn't know. That's from what I read from the dictionary definition.
Oh well, how regular people use it loosely, you can know or not know.
Like on porn, you just say cuck and it'd be like,
he'll be watching
sitting in the thing watching like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna let y'all tear down this black man. I'm just not gonna let y'all do it today.
Nah, so
we got too many great black men being torn down by the white man. I'm not gonna let you red pill alpha fake. What the fuck's gonna tear my nigga? I'm not gonna let y'all do it.
I don't think Will try to tear Will down, but we got to use him as an example of like this is not what you want to do. Like this is the complete opposite of masculine. But I feel like with Will, like,
can you be masculine? Let me ask you a question. Can you be masculine in different areas of your life?
Of
like
course.
If he's not a quote unquote alpha in his relationship, but you say he's a quote unquote maybe an alpha in business, in career, in whatever. Like we could differentiate when you could be an alpha, when you're probably not an alpha, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but when you talk about men though, you wanna be well rounded. I would say that for sure.
Warder's telling me pause, but then he's putting in the chat Quincy had an anaconda. Like, who are you pausing yourself or are you pausing? Like, I don't know who you're pausing. I would pause the anaconda talk if I was you.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was a wild. As soon as Charles there with cheese on the motherfucking second to last day of March, let's run it the fuck up.
Let's run it the fuck up.
Let's run it up. Hey, y'all, let's run it up tonight, man. It's the last motherfucking day of March. The April paycheck coming. Let's run it the fuck up, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna do a whatchamacallit tonight. I don't know if people wanted to hop in like a little hop in, tell us y'all's opinion type thing, like a call-in type situation, but I don't know, it might be too much logistically to do all that shit. But anyways, let's get into that's one thing.
I want to kind of finish what you asked, because that was a good question though. Like the reason that you want to try to be alpha in all things, especially your household, because if you don't have your house together, like shout out to a testament to him. His house not together, but he's still able to act his ass off. But usually when your house is in shambles, like it's harder for you to be productive at work. It's harder for you to like want to get up and do things because what's weighing heavy on your mind is the things at home. Like I feel like we all have been there before. Like when you arguing with your girl, or maybe you got caught cheating when we were younger or some shit. Like you're not focused on work. You're not focused on school. You're not focused at practice. Your mind is outside of that shit. And I feel like for most men, that's why you want to be well-rounded, because when something starts pulling at you, if you're not in control of that, it's most likely going to weigh on the things that you are great at. So that's why I think people will kind of like talk about Will. And then I also was going to say how like, yeah, like it's not really a strike towards Will. People going to use it to like be like shit that they talk shit about him with. Like if anybody start beefing with Will, they're going to be like, oh, that's why August was fucking your bitch or some shit like that. Like if anybody just don't like him, they're gonna use some shit like that. But besides that, like when we look at like men's legacies and like this, like some of the shit that they did wrong versus shit they did good, I mean the good outweigh the bad by so far.
Yeah, I said the same niggas that defend Bill Cosby will tear my nigga Will Smith to the ground. Hell no, I can't stand for it. Not today, not tonight, not during the next month of Black History Month.
I think he's just gonna go through a rough patch. Just in general, as far as like maybe like people talking shit about him, but even then, it's like he got to get rid of Jada, or it's gonna be that constant cycle, bro. He got to, bro.
And if I was Will, man, you know what? Fuck this shit. How y'all popping all that shit? I said we don't relationship, motherfucker. Y'all talking that shit because y'all see August. You know what? Fuck it. I fucked Halle Berry, Nia Long. I'm about to run down Hollywood's A-list. I don't give a damn. I'm about to air it all out. I don't give a damn.
And then the red pill, like I think the biggest thing will make him like they'll call him blue pill of the week. It's like, nigga, do you not know your worth? Why would you be in an open relationship when you can be a woman that would be with, don't mind being in an open relationship with just you? Like they won't even talk to nobody else. Like they'll be like, yeah, you can have 3 or 4 girls. Like nigga, you are that successful, but you're gonna be open relationship with a woman. Like
I
that's
mean, he's
crazy.
a people pleaser. If you
He
read his
did
book,
say
that's
that.
his life. Like, that's his thing. And
Yeah,
from shit he had going with his daddy, like that to me. The way he acts is the way of his like just childhood upbringing. I know he's like
I,
uber successful now and been like the biggest actor in the world, yada yada. But like, I still feel like at the end of the day, your childhood still kind of shapes the way you act
Jada
when you
mid
get
as
older.
hell. She ain't been
Really, Jada
fine since
fine?
2000. She
She
ain't
still
fine
fine
like a. She ain't fine like
for her
somebody in the.
for a 50-year old woman.
Yeah, she
She's
cool, but nigga, Will Smith can get the prime
if
of a
you
woman.
if you was 50, you know what I'm saying, you be like, hey, Jada's a, you know what I mean?
No, if I was 50 as a man, I'd be like, yeah, she cool, but nah, I'm not. I'm not looking for a 50-year-old wife if I'm a 50-year-old man.
But you're already married to her. If that's your wife since
Oh,
you were
but no, not
25.
not if I'm married to her and she tripping like that. If I was married to her, she was a loving wife. Of course, she's beautiful. But if she out here wild like that, yeah, she mid as hell. She mid as hell. And I was gonna say something else about this shit. I forgot.
Kid's grown, he got big money, probably rarely home like that. He good. Jay not even top 10 chick in black women. Top 10 black women in the culture.
Nah, she really not. But I mean, what is our top 10 black women besides Jada?
Let's pull up the top 10.
It's
What's
Beyonce
the
and then
top
who
10?
else?
Beyonce. I say Nia Long. Like I don't know. Nia Long is beautiful. I don't know.
Oh
I
no,
like Nia
no, no, no.
Long.
She's not top 10.
I like
You
Nia
gotta
Long.
throw
You
Whitney
might not.
Houston in there. You gotta
I
throw
take Nia Long over Whitney Houston. You talking about top 10? Are you talking about like beautiful? Or are you talking about like top 10
black
like
women, just black women.
like just skill
Black
and
black
like
women culture. That's what I thought.
okay? You talking about like skill like legacy and shit like that?
Maybe he's talking about top 10
I'm
women,
talking about like
beautiful.
women that look beautiful. I'm not talking about like top 10. Legacies. Of course, Beyonce, Whitney,
You
fucking
think Kelly? You think
Minnie
Kelly better than
Riperton or something. I don't fucking
Kelly?
know.
Look better than Jada?
Kelly who Rowland?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she fine in the
yeah,
motherfucker.
she fine.
Rihanna
Look better. Like I
in
gotta
the
see it at
prom.
50.
In the
I got at
prom.
they prime. No, I think naturally pretty. Like just looking at their face, Jada at Rihanna's age, I don't think
Yeah,
she's pretty
Jada was
anymore.
fine in the prom. I ain't
That's
gonna
what I'm saying.
count.
She not like no.
I think I take Rihanna still though.
Yeah, because all the shit you know about Jada right now.
No, 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 no. It ain't like Rihanna ain't had multiple niggas. she ran through some niggas too. Shout out to the
Okay,
beautiful queens out here
beautiful.
though.
Jada been fine, but enough to excuse book. But yeah, let's get to it. Okay. Let's move it. Let's move the conversation along. So, how do you feel about like there's multiple things? Let's talk about this. Okay, how do you feel about Hollywood's reaction to it? In the way they're like, I'm so triggered and traumatized,
Like
and
Chris Rock, I really didn't see many of that.
bro, I see. It's pretty much the white celebrity ecosphere was like, black people
That's
like
weird. I didn't see
rappers.
that.
Rappers, they was riding with Will. They didn't give a fuck. Rappers, they was like, I'm gonna slap a motherfucker on TV. Like they was, rap
Because
motherfuckers. They
rappers
didn't
know
give a
they
shit.
one of their biggest demographic black women. Them niggas
They
gonna
didn't
pander their ass
rappers.
off.
Rappers, they slapping them. Fuck, they don't give a fuck. But you gotta think rappers. They was stabbing people at award shows. Like they don't. That's their shit. They not fucking. They don't care.
They emotional. They
They don't
not
give a fuck. They
necessarily
slapping
masculine.
motherfuckers at award show, beating people up behind the scenes at concerts. That's their shit. But really, like white Hollywood, one guy was like, I think his name was like Judd Apatow. He killed Chris, and something. There's like this guy. They was having these theories like, what if Will Smith would have slapped Betty White and she would have fell into like?
Oh,
Bro,
that was like criticizing Will.
yeah, they're criticizing Will. They were like
Oh yeah, I seen a bunch
triggered
of
and
that.
traumatized. Like Amy Schumer wrote this thing where she was like, still shaking up, but she like used it as a self promotion tool to then go into like, but I'm still triggered and traumatized for Chris
I
Rock
mean,
and what I saw and yada yada yada.
only reason I agree because it's like I seen people talk about like why we gotta stay who we trying to stay humble for when we in the face of disrespect, and they use Will as an example of that, and I'm like, I don't know where we at in this world, but like bro, like you're not supposed to be responding to ignorant people, even though you're not supposed to get like offended because some like if you think somebody's speaking ignorant shit, like you ain't supposed to get enraged. Like I thought we was kind of raised to be better than that. I can get like every once in a while that happen and you have an emotional little outburst and shit, but like I thought we was like trained as kids and shit. You would train your kids to try to hold their temper. Like I thought that was like common sense in my eyes. So I feel like what Will Smith did is like oh, it's okay to slap somebody in their face when you don't like what they saying. It's like,
Well, I don't think it's that. It's like pretty much what we've seen. Will Smith is a perfect fucking media image. Besides like the Jada, whatever, but like just as far as like media imagery, pretty cookie cutter clean. Like that was just his one breakout. Like I snapped. I snapped.
I
My
don't
bad.
think
I
that
snapped.
was a snap thing.
I
I don't
snapped.
think it
My
was
bad. I
a
snapped.
snap thing.
I'm sorry. I'm emotional. It's a wild night. I snapped. I'm sorry.
I don't see. I see. That's like I don't think it was like I don't really think he was too emotionally caught up in it. Like after he did it, he had an emotional reaction. But like what caused him to do it, I think he was being reactionary, trying to like really wasn't thinking like whether he was trying to impress Jada or whatever. But I don't know, bro. Like
I
I
think,
just
bro, low key. I think now I might be wrong, right? I think Jada, because people would get on Jada like Jada made him do it. From this angle that I saw, I think Jada didn't even know he really slapped him. Because like is an angle from behind him, right? He went up there because think about this. When he slapped him the first time, the audience wasn't really tripping. And then Chris Rock said, Will Smith slapped. Everybody in the audience was laughing. Jada, Lupita, you can see everybody laughing. And then when Will sat down, when Will sat down, think about this. Watch the video. Everybody's laughing when Chris Rock says Will Smith slapped the shit out of me. They think it is fake. When Will Smith sat down, said, "Keep my wife's." That's when you see everybody like shifting to like a
But I don't think that don't mean they ain't see him get slapped. They just probably thought it was fake.
But
Jada would have knew it wasn't fake.
That's what they don't think it's real. Is what
Jada wouldn't have thought that though. She would have been with Will and like knew that he had some shit coming up. Like
let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find.
I'm pretty sure they all saw it. They just might have thought it was fake. But
that's my point. They're laughing when he said that because they thought it was fake. But that's my point. Jada wouldn't know he really did it. She probably thought it was fake too. That's why they all laughed when he said he slapped Shimmy.
What's your point of saying this, though?
But when Will sat down and said, "Keep my wife's fucking name out your mouth," that's when everybody went like, "Oh."
But what's your point of saying this though? That's what maybe I'm lost at.
Oh, it was just because people was like Jada made him do it.
But Jada was mad before he even got up though.
But even though she was, but people was making it seem like she like said something to him, like "Go do this." That's my point.
No, I don't think that's what people. Well, the people I seen was more talking about like. He was laughing, then he seen how Jada took it, and then he was like, "Well, she didn't like it, so I can't like it no more."
I wish they would have recorded the whole. Like, you have a clip. Why don't you record the whole fucking thing?
I don't think people were saying that she actually said something. I think that he read her body language and he like defended her off her body language. I think that's what people was like saying. Jada got him to do it type shit. But to finish my point earlier, I think it's nasty because it's like. If you see a comedian, bro, you know that's their job, bro. And like, if this was a regular person, is that okay for them to throw shit at a comedian? Is it okay for people to throw shit on stage if it's a entertainer? I don't think so. I don't think it's okay for people to, like we talk about basketball when they be touching, spitting, and doing all that shit on with NBA players and they was getting upset. That shit not right. Like, bro, these people humans. So I definitely think that shit wrong because it's like. What if a nigga get upset like I'm gonna shoot a comedian?
That's wild.
This is an angle most people have not seen. Look at Jada's reaction.
I don't know, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. Right? Y'all going in the chat. I'm missing a lot of fucking chats in the chat. That's I want to see the full goddamn like.
You think it was fake? People think it was fake.
Yeah, people. I know everybody. That's our innate first reaction to everything nowadays. Oh, it's fake. But I just don't know what do you get? What's the upside? I just don't know what the upside is. Like, what's the upside? That's my thing. Like, what do you? See, one of it's like that. They made the stand like, why would you lie about this? Like, I mean, we got Judge Smollett. We still don't know why the fuck he did that. But it's like, okay, why would Chris Rock and Will do this? Like, what's the to get the Oscars ratings? Like, do you want to help the Oscars out? Like, I just don't see the.
I think Will felt embarrassed for Jada, and he tried to respond because he wasn't even embarrassed himself because he laughed. Like
But I'm
he
saying
said,
for it to be fake, then how did Chris like? Did he say fake? Like you know what I'm saying? How would that happen so fast? Like, hey, we're about to fake this instant, like this fast.
well, I think they would have like. I don't think they would said it was in a moment. I think that was like a people were like saying they from the joke and everything. Like that was like he was supposed to get up. Like it's just too much to me. You know me, I could be considered the biggest conspiracy theories. I just don't see it. Like, why would Chris Rock sign up for that? Like, what does he
I don't
get?
get like I don't get the bit like we got and I feel bad for Chris Rock because we got I know a lot of people like Will Smith, but Chris Rock is still like Chris Rock. Like that's still like a fucking. I'm not.
I mean, everybody I seen defending him.
I see a lot of people defend. Well, maybe on my side of social media, it's like people defending Will Smith.
When Jim Carrey defend you, nigga, you don't need nobody else.
Let me tell you something. All you motherfuckers that's defending people like coming out the woodworks going against Will Smith, y'all might as well just tuck it in. If you got shit people can pull up, just tuck it in. Because I'm telling you, on social media, every motherfucker that came out against Will Smith, they've been tagging they fucking ass. Look what you did here. When you was forcefully kissing this 20-year-old girl on stage, she was trying to get you off her. Like they're just going like they're just everything. What's her name? Zoe Kravitz said something. She said, "Look at me wearing my dress at an award show where people can apparently assault whoever." They said, "Weren't you the same girl that was trying to holler at Jada Smith when he was 14?" They pulling up transcripts. They pulling up video. They like, bro, just say, sit down. Alec Baldwin said, "This turned to Jerry Springer." They was like, "Did you shoot somebody? Did you just kill somebody a couple months ago at your set?" Like, just sit down and shut the hell up. That's why I don't get the whole Hollywood. I'm so traumatized and triggering. We're gonna bring up Roman Polanski. We're gonna bring up Harvey Weinstein. Y'all sit y'all ass and shut the fuck up. Unless I know it, he shouldn't have slapped him. That was bad. But y'all ain't gonna sit act like y'all don't be praising child predators, like y'all go sit down and shit. But literally, Roman Polanski was hiding in a hut in Paris, won an award for the best director, and everybody in Hollywood stood up, cheering, celebrating, knowing he was already convicted of being a child predator. They was, "Oh, Roman, the pianist." Y'all got to sit that one out. Y'all got to sit this one out. Y'all have no moral authority y'all got to sit this one out.
Hey, like I said, only people that really got something good to say against Will Smith is Red Pill. Anybody else, yeah, you really don't have much to stand up on. Cause it's like even me, it's like maybe I just feel like slapping a nigga today because I'm Will fucking Smith.
Bro, Bryce, you would have slapped the shit out of what's his name? Niggas was drawing Venn diagrams. We was joking, but it was a little. You know what I'm saying? You wanted to slap somebody.
I slap niggas. I have slapped niggas before.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes jokes are just too. All right, we not joking no more. I'm not joking no more. but even the whole like comedians, of course, they're going on Chris Rock. I seen Tom Segura.
But I also wasn't in an open relationship I agreed to.
I don't give a damn. You ain't gonna joke. I don't give a damn. There's plenty of shit people do regularly. Y'all gonna keep joking? All right, now I'm gonna just start slapping. I don't give a fuck. It's one of those things like, hey, I can talk about it and joke about it. You can't, motherfucker. That's why
I ain't gonna lie. I've been there. I've been like, you know what? Fuck it. We going up today.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. People act like that don't happen. Like, you know what? Fuck it. Comedians, I'm slapping you. I don't give a fuck. There's only certain shit you can say, bro. I was watching Andrew Schultz. Now, granted, the shit was funny. Andrew Schultz was saying Jada's head is the new Apollo log where people she's sucking dick and they rubbing her head. That's why she bald. Hey, get your jokes off. If I see you, I'm knocking you. I don't care if you. I'm a comedian. Like even with Dave Chappelle, this is my thing with Dave Chappelle. I think trans people they can be mad at joke. You can be mad at a joke and offended. I just don't try to cancel them. Just don't try to like take away their sponsorships, their movies. Don't do that. You can feel a way about a joke, motherfucker. I don't care. I don't know where that came from. Where you can't be offended. Nobody's getting here and say a fat joke to me. Oh, it's just no, motherfucker. I can get offended. I don't have to be like, oh well, he was just joking, so I'm gonna let him slide. No, motherfucker.
Wait,
I don't have to do it.
I mean, I guess, but like, it's the intention behind the joke, though.
Tom Segura. Now, this wasn't even a joke, really. He was just like, let me read what he said. I
don't
know. These people don't ever think they're gonna see Will Smith. Now, I don't know if Will Smith is a violent person to see people and beat them up, but like it's wild.
Like if niggas was really like, cause like when you talk about like y'all joking on me, like y'all weren't really joking, like y'all were bullying me. So it's a little different.
Y'all think y'all niggas bullying Will Smith? We get it. He let Jada fuck all because I seen him. That was 3 years ago. Y'all niggas still calling him a cuck. Leave it alone. It's over with.
I get that part, but Chris Rock didn't call him a cuck on national TV.
Well, I'm not talking about Chris Rock. I'm talking about.
But that's my thing though. That's my thing though.
He just started broke. He just
That's what
started
I was saying
broke
about the
Kittle's
intent behind the joke though. Like Chris Rock even said, he like it was a G.I. Jane joke. Like I could see if I really was like trying to like be like I could have said some bad shit. Like I could have said some fouler shit. Yeah.
Chris Rock, I don't think he should got slapped. That joke was like very tame.
That's what I'm saying.
We can get to that shit too. How everybody was like, "How dare he talk about a black woman's alopecia?" Like, stop it. So, man, I'm not fucking. We're not going with that. That's a tame fucking joke. I get it, alopecia. She loses her fucking hair.
But she was cutting her shit before then.
Stop it.
She been cutting her hair, so it's not like it was something crazy.
I'm not saying Chris Rock like, but I'm just saying Chris Rock is just he's just the motherfucker that got in the way. It's just like think about it. As friends. I get it. Y'all saying he's an actual comedian. Yeah, I know y'all talking about Andrew Schultz and Chris Rock. So excuse that. It's like me. Y'all motherfuckers joking on me, joking. I let it slide. And then a nigga like Darius say something like, all right, nigga, you're not going to laugh. I'm going to say something to you. You're not going to laugh.
So I can agree with you when like jokes are personal. Like when you say like a super personal joke that's like maybe other people don't know. Maybe it's an insider between you and that person and you say that out loud. And then like that, I think that shit could hurt because like that's borderline betrayal. Like you just told a secret, but you tried to make it a joke. Like I can see that. But like you said, I can see people getting offended at that. But when we joking and like we being like, we like beating around the bush. We not really like trying to hurt people's feelings and shit. Like, oh, you stay in a shitty ass house, nigga, with no lights on. Like, we ain't really like.
But what if I do stay in a shitty ass house with no lights on? I'm tired of you saying that.
If you say some shit like that, that's like personal. But like, if we joking, like, oh, nigga, you dirty ass, and you got a stain on your shirt. Like, nigga, you a dirty ass nigga, you got a stain on your shirt. That shit funny. Or your haircut bad. Like, we're gonna joke on that. That's not really personal because you can grow that shit back. You know what I mean? Like, or it's even fat jokes. It's like not like somebody said a fat joke, you laugh. If it's super funny, it's super funny. But like if a nigga trying to be personal, I think that's the difference. And I think that's so far from Chris Rock, like you said.
I don't think the Chris Rock thing was like. I think that was like come on. But like I'm talking more towards the motherfuckers that's going crazy now. It's like okay, and I see y'all, I'm slapping y'all.
Who you think went crazy though?
The show shit saying this. I know it's jokes, but saying my wife is a new Apollo log and niggas rubbing her head and all that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Slapping you.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You gotta be accountable at some point, bro. You gotta be accountable at some point. That's why I like. That's why I like bullying.
Red table talk. I did my accountability. I said the fucking red table. We
no. That's not accountability. Your accountability should have cut that motherfucker off. That's your accountability. You gonna keep getting.
He love her, like.
But that's his fault. So what? Love made me do crazy things, like defend her. So everybody that says something wild against Jada, nigga, you gonna look like a madman. You gonna look worse than Kanye at a certain point. Nigga, drop her or keep having to fight the world. But that's the problem with like dudes like. Nigga, you can be like, nah, nigga, it's y'all talking like, nah, nigga, you picked the bad girl, bro. And the world is being real with you. Like when y'all bully me, I should have listened more.
Let me ask you a question. I don't know. Maybe
I should have listened more.
Maybe there's a deeper thing. Here, right? But with Jada, is it the only thing? Is it only the August Alsina thing? Is that the only like I see people? She fucks a lot of guys, but it's like confirmed. We know for sure. The August Alsina the only one we actually know about.
Yeah. But no, what's wrong with Jada is something like the rhetoric she spills. She's clearly a feminist. She's clearly about woman empowerment. And
she's a woman.
But the toxic woman empowerment, like, come on, bro. Like, talking about, I've been a rebel to will for 40 years type shit. Like, I just started learning. Like, she said that on Red Table Talk. I just started realizing I've been a rebel to Will Smith. Nigga, that's your husband. That's not a good wife if you've been a rebel to your husband. So when red pill hear shit like that, they're like, bro, I don't know how a person that's that successful as a man that should be confident is dealing with a woman that's so difficult. Like, I don't care if you hung up on some childhood love or some shit like that, you're tripping. That's why red pill people talk about Jada, because some of the shit she say just be so wild. But besides that, it's August. But I don't even think red pill people talk about August. They talk about Will Smith with that shit. Like, you're just weak for that. Like, you don't have shit to do with Jada. Nigga, if you let a man do some shit like that, you ain't gonna do it. If you let a woman do some shit like that, they gonna do it. You can't blame them. Like, if you let a child do some wild shit, you can't blame the child, nigga. That's you. Like, nobody could blame Jada for August. That's completely mostly Will. Come on, bro. Like, you tripping on that one. You should have let that one go.
So you're saying it's his fault that they got into it together.
Or that he let that.
It's his fault for staying with her.
essentially. After all that, after she basically showed blatant disrespect and don't want to be with you no more. After you tried to fix your relationship a bunch of times, like now you basically trying to
So what Will
pick up
Smith said
spoiled milk.
when they open it up and they say you were done. When she says you were done, he said yes, I was done with your ass, and that's when she started hanging around with August. Is it his fault just because he got back with her, or is it like what's his fault part? That's
So,
what I'm trying
so
to
if we
figure
were
out.
to go off that timeline, maybe everything makes sense. But in our eyes, as a man, she might have been flirting with August. That had like that just didn't happen after they broke up. If he was staying in the house and shit, and then after he was done with you, like it was some shit that was in between the lines that showed that she wasn't treating Will like she loves him and was only here for him. So it's like, why be with her as a woman? You should know that. Like, bro, you should not be worrying and stressing about a wife when you're that successful. Like, she should be just following your lead at that point, bro. Like, dealing with a contentious wife and you're successful is crazy as hell, bro. Crazy as hell. I'm gonna fuck how famous she is. Like, what they say is it's not what they say cheaper to keep her or some shit, but it's another saying. It's like
He said, hold on. Can we I don't know that Bryce may be able to better answer this question because I be confused. I be hearing people say these things, but like I don't really know what a blue pill. Like I guess blue pill is like I guess I'll be considered a blue pill guy because I'm like relationship. I mean you break it down. I don't know. You break it down.
I would. I hope not.
You break it down.
You could be a red pill in a successful marriage.
The reason I'm saying I'm a blue pill because I feel like if a nigga like Rollo Tomasi reacts to this, he would go, well, he's a blue pill beta. Of course he's gonna defend Will. Like that's why I'm saying that because I'm going off what red pill niggas be talking about.
You didn't defend. Okay, so the red pill is more of like we go to the Matrix, obviously like being unplugged type shit, but also referring into like being the most masculine, being a leader and things like that. Versus like blue pill, you gonna see their mindsets of being more like, I want an equal partnership. My woman's my equal, or my woman can lead, or I can submit to my woman, or she could be with a bunch of men and I'll accept her, or she could have had a bunch of kids before me and I'll accept her. That's like often the mentality that you get with blue pill. Most blue pill dudes are usually simps or tricks and shit like that. That's why I was like, I wouldn't call you a blue pill. Like, I just don't. I don't think you have to. I seen you have game. That's all I'll say. Hey, you married? So, like, this was way in high school, but this shit funny as hell. I gotta tell a story. Hey, so she was like, talk dirty to me, and I was like, I ain't really have shit to say. D-Fred grabbed the phone, whether he even texted her or he was talking to her. And whatever she said, she was like, that shit sound good. I tried to repeat what that nigga said. She was like, nah, that ain't it.
But see, I'm not trying to really go into the weeds with this. So I'm going back to what Charles talked about. So Charles said he's a blue pill. Because by your definition, he'd be considered a blue pill.
Who's a blue pill?
He said, Bryce, you call me a blue pill, I'm slapping you. Hey, Bryce, he can slap you.
Hey, you be tricking or something? What you be simping?
Who knows, man?
Blue pill dudes get their heart broken more and shit like that.
I think even the happy wife, happy life thing, like that's like a. That's a blue pill thing? Like this?
Yeah, that's definitely a blue pill thing. Because if we think about the logic,
but do niggas who say that really have ever been in a relationship before?
I've heard men say that.
It's never
Steve Harvey's the preacher of that.
Like I don't want to bring your relationship because I don't want to like get like in your business. But, like you was never just like at one point like, okay, I'm not gonna say her name out, but like, okay, this is gonna make you happy. I'm not gonna fight it. Or you're like, this is mine. I'm gonna do it. This how we're like, you know what I'm saying? Like I doubt that was 24/7.
I mean, I try my best to like try to
That's like impossible. That's really impossible.
No, okay, so like happy you kind of like stretching the definition and making
maybe
it seem like a woman could never be right. No, that's not the thing. The man, that statement is basically referring to like she's always right. You never heard Steve Harvey like, nigga, when can a woman be wrong?
Oh
like,
yeah,
that's what like that's the Steve Harvey type approach. Like, let her always be happy because your life would be easier. Whole time like she'd be running over you and all type of shit. And to me, like, well, to the red pill, nigga, if you're the head of the household, if you're not functioning, if things not going right for you personally, everything is in more risk. So why wouldn't you put your happiness first if you're the head of the household? Obviously, everyone else matters on the team, but I mean, you should think about yourself first because if you fall, the family is not the same, regardless of how you want to, like, no matter how strong she is, without you, the family's not the same. Like you can't replace you in that family. I mean, you just can't. So I think that's what blue pill kind of mindsets are.
I guess Flying Low, he be into shit. Let's see what Flying Low got to say. Red pill is just a mindset that you protect yourself from women emotionally and follows one's own path. Man will choose his happiness over anything else. Selfish mindset. So red pill is just be selfish.
Um, essentially, essentially be selfish. You can say that.
How do you protect yourself from your wife emotionally? Like you don't be emotional with your wife ever.
I don't think that it's protecting. It's more of like if you know their natures, it's easier for you to walk into these things instead of thinking that they're these princesses that's once you get them, they're going to be completely submissive. You never have to like check them. You never have to like you still have to play the game with your spouse because I mean they have those emotions, they have that whatever. So once you kind of know that, that's like a protection. Just being aware as far as having wisdom about how women move is a protection, not necessarily like not trying to have emotional or like if she get into like an emotional like roller coaster for a few days, you may get affected because you don't understand what's going on, but that's just a woman being a woman. But if you knew that and you like your dad told you that and you seen your mom do that and then you've been with many different girls that's done that and then you get a wife and she do that, it's like, oh, that's women being women. I'm not about to get affected. I'm gonna stay in my masculine frame and maybe help her pull herself out of it. But a lot of times if a dude don't know, he'll get emotional with that woman and make things worse.
Yeah.
So that's how you kind of protect yourself. It's like just the information. And like most men don't like, we know like try to be this woman princess or prince, I should say, like make her a princess, but it's so much more shit to that to like keep a woman attracted to you as well. So it's a lot. It's a lot, honestly. But I don't want to make it seem like it's protect your emotion like you cold hearted. But it's like, bro, if you're the leader of a household and a woman can be emotionally chaotic from time to time, you don't want to have your emotions on your sleeve with her. It's not gonna work.
Like, honestly, I don't even know when I think of alpha. That's why I asked you earlier, like, can you be alpha in different areas of your life rather than like if maybe you're like blue pill with your wife, whatever. But like as far as your work, your job, you're like I'm an alpha. Like this, when I'm here, I'm fucking that guy. I do this. I don't fuck whatever. I don't know those terms. I don't even know what the fuck that shit really means. Because I just be like, I think that's why when I watch certain people, they don't say it's like not the message, it's always the message. Like when I see certain people talk about other people, I'm like, I'm an alpha.
You definitely know what it means.
He's a blue pill beta. It's like I was watching Road to Tomasi. He was like, you know, you would consider Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos blue pill beta. I'm like, you talking? I guess a relationship.
Okay, so look at it like this: if they didn't have money, they probably wouldn't be able to get women. That's why.
I mean, they'll get somebody. There's like a nigga
but
like
they wouldn't be good at it. They wouldn't be good at it. And they probably use the simping method, or she's so better than me, I need to treat her like, oh, I might lose her.
Degrade myself to get her type shit.
Yeah. So like you don't have no value. She has all the value because you just don't think you can get options because I mean you're just not sexually attractive. That's why he says stuff like that. But blue pill shit is like being a yes man and shit like that. So like,
but I can even say that like about like okay, like the thing is like they'd be blue pill betas if they didn't have money, right? It's like a nigga like what's his name? Like the dude from Fresh and Fit. What's the guy who has the money? The black guy. Well, I mean they both have money, but the guy who everybody clowns. What the fuck? Fresh.
Yeah.
Would he be considered a blue pill? Because he wasn't.
Well, the thing is, every man has had blue pill and simped. Every man is simped. Every man has had a blue pill, like had the blue pill moments. That like you can't. If you're a man and you say you haven't, you're lying. You're lying. So every red pill dude, I think, can acknowledge that for the most part. Like we've all simped before. So yeah, you could say that he had that, but I think he tries. Maybe he's a recovering blue pill dude that's sticking to the principles to help get out of it because it's not easy, bro. It's not easy, bro. A woman good at it.
These friends don't want to be blue pill. I don't even know what that shit means. Like I be hearing that, I be like, if someone said blue pill,
you know what it means. That dude that always just want to fit in, the dude that's a follower, those are more blue pilled, and then they do that same thing in relationships. Versus, you know what an alpha is, bro. Tom Brady's an alpha. Michael Jordan, LeBron, you know an alpha, bro.
Some people say Tom Brady not an alpha. They say he kissed his son. Like I don't fucking. I don't know what people just
work and shit like that. Well, you know what I mean. I don't know.
You talking about work? You talking about like on in their job?
Yeah, but you can see, you know what an alpha looks like, whatever field they're in. You could tell.
It's Tom Brady's wife. She the one that bring home the bacon. Like you know what I'm saying? She the breadwinner. She might have Tom Brady in the house. Like, hey, I'm gonna fuck about your Super Bowls. I'm gonna fuck about that.
The breadwinner she is, he got to be something to get her. So, That
Well, yeah,
you
he Tom
can't,
Brady.
huh?
Because this thing, my thing is, sometimes your off the field accolades, your alpha work, whatever, you can still be at home being a whatever the word is, blue pill or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady might be at home submissive to his wife, like doing the fuck she want to do. You know, I just don't care. I just don't care how people like. Motherfuckers comprise a whole career like in that world. It's like I know relationship is a real world. It's a major thing, but it's like I can't. It's the world like seeing the world through that lens. I just can't. I don't get. Maybe because I don't care enough about it to do it. Maybe because I'm married already and I don't really think about shit like that. But it's my worldview always go through this blue pill, red pill, alpha, unalpha. It's like live your fucking life, bro. Just go live your fucking life.
They do have purple pill. They got black pill. It's a lot of pills I really
What's
don't
the
know how to
purple
explain.
pills? They be like I'm mixture of both at times, or something like that.
It's all type of shit. But I don't think it's. I mean, everybody has their labels, bro. Everybody has their groups and how they label people. Like women label niggas ballers or tricks. Like, I mean, like we label them hoes, bitches, wifey for the streets. We have our labels on how we label people. Like, oh, that nigga lame, that nigga cool, that nigga a weirdo. Like we all label people in our
Yeah.
own ways. They just have their way of doing it. I guess I think they use them people as an example in their day to day life. Are they going around? I ain't gonna lie, you'll be around a dude, you be like, this nigga weird or this nigga weak. You like, I probably wouldn't fuck with this nigga. You do that, but they just probably, oh, look at this blue pill dude. Like they have a name for
it.
that.
Just be sad. Look at this blue pill beta. Like nigga, shut your bitch ass up, nigga.
Yeah.
It's always just the best. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up, nigga. You about to talk about Will Smith? Shut your motherfucking ass up, bitch. Anybody talk about Will Smith, nigga? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, he's like the perfect example of a dude that don't look like he'll get women. But if you got game and you believe in yourself like he does, you could become red pill.
The thing about those guys like that, and I'm not because when I watch his shit, like I said, his message is like I understand what that nigga be talking about. He was saying his shit, right? But when you're in that world, you better never like there was a guy who was in that world. His name was like Jack Murphy or some shit like that. He's going to all these shows, Tim Pool, this, that. Somebody leaked the video of him like letting guys have sex with his wife, and he was the cut guy now, and that should ruin your whole fucking brain. Because his thing was you could sign up for my academy where we teach you how to be men and da da da, and then like these things come out about you, and it's like you're done now, you're over with.
I mean,
you better keep your P's and Q's in line.
I don't think that should matter personally if what you're speaking is real. Like you can be blue pill and still speak red pill shit. Like and I think that's just the flaw in many people. Oh, he don't live it, so he can't preach it. But it's like I mean, some people can preach from being bad examples of shit and what they want to do better. And I mean, that could be you can learn from them. But
yeah. But anyways, let's roll it back. Okay, so what was my things I want to talk about? The comedian or the white people that they pretty much black Twitter was like, motherfucker, we can talk about this shit. Y'all shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't got no say. Every time a white person says some shit, a white celebrity, they destroyed their motherfucking ass. Whether they was for this or against that, this all shit. You shut the fuck up. Run along. That's what Twitter's.
I ain't really see that. That shit lame. I don't care who speaks on it. Everybody was talking about this shit. I seen gamers talk about it.
I mean, yeah, it's the biggest thing. It's the biggest fucking thing in the world. Like it's like Will Smith, like shit. Adam Sandler didn't really say nothing about it. Adam Sandler just tweeted like, "Can't wait for this, love you, baby." So he pretty much like just promoted Chris Rock's comedy tour that he's on right now.
Yeah, he fuck with Chris Rock though.
I didn't even think about that. People started saying like somebody made a video like. They made like a clip. There's like Avengers Assemble, and it was like Will, Jada, Jaden, Willow, and I think the other son, something like that. And then it was like Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Kevin, Dave Spade, like all those guys that are in all Adam Sandler's movies.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yeah, they do be like fucking with each other, huh? Because even David Spade says something. David Spade was like, let me read this shit to you. This is what I was talking about. This is the other side of the shit.
Hey, hold on. Flying Low is 100% right. I cut on Joe Rogan. I was like, let's see what they got to say about it. And then like 30, 40 seconds later, I was like, these niggas picked the worst way to try to talk about this conversation. It turns out I don't want to hear what white people have to say.
I wanted to hear what Charlamagne the guy had to say about it. I wanted to hear what Joe Budden had to say about it. But besides, like I want to see what Joe Rogan said just because, like, let's just see what he says.
But
I didn't really give a fuck.
Like their approach on the conversation was so boring.
I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear what the fuck you got to say about it. Talk about COVID. Talk about UFC. But anyways,
They were getting so technical.
So David Spade said, what happened?
A bug flew in this bitch.
Oh yeah. This shit squeaking now.
Fuck, where that hoe go?
It's on your neck.
That bitch definitely flew in here.
All right. Anyways,
let me close my balcony real quick. My bad, bro.
All right. Let's do a brief intermission. Let Bryce get the big ass bug out of his fucking house. Let me see what y'all talking about. Hold on. Story of Trey's life the other son.
All right.
You saw Amy Schumer's shit joke at the same Oscars, but I was thinking about that. Like Amy Schumer, like she was, what the fuck was Amy Schumer saying? She's like after the Will Smith shit, because the only reason I went to watch the Oscars after that is because I want to see what happened throughout the whole show, like how the whole show continued to go on. Amy Schumer did this joke where she was like, well, we got a bunch of seat fillers here, and like Kirsten Dunst. You probably don't know who Kirsten Dunst is, but she was an actress.
I watched it though. I seen it.
And she said, "Get up, slap the fuck out of here, bitch. Shut up, bitch. I'm not getting up for your motherfucking ass." But you know, I don't think that's a precedent that's set now. Oh, people gonna start slapping comedians. Like, I don't think people are just gonna willy nilly just start getting up and slapping comedians and shit like that just because Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. But anyways, this is David Spade shit. So David Spade tweeted. He said, over a G.I. Jane joke, ? And then somebody responded to him. They said, why would you phrase it as just a G.I. Jane joke instead of a joke about a woman with alopecia? Like, and then he responded to him. He said, yeah, because comedians don't have a medical chart for everyone in the audience. Like, motherfucker, I didn't know she got alopecia. I guess I tried to make it a black woman bad. Like, he's trying to tear down black women.
She's been having alopecia for the last 15 years. She's been cutting her hair and having short haircuts. Like, why are we gonna act like that's not a thing? Like, yeah, she might have alopecia now, but she been cutting her shit.
Maybe that was because at the time when she was cutting it, that was her choice. Now she don't got that choice, so now she feel like,
shut
damn,
the fuck up.
I ain't got that choice. You never know. Like, she ain't got the choice now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she been crying a wheel and like. Did you
see how? Because I thought it was very layers to the joke. Because like I said, the G.I. Jane shit was female empowerment. She's female empowerment. But did you also see the lady from that movie cheated on her husband with Ashton Kutcher, which was a younger dude, and that's basically what happened with Will in August.
Hold on, you talking about the G.I. Jane shit?
Yeah, she cheated with Ashton Kutcher and she had an older husband, and he was the young dude at the time.
Oh, Demi Moore, yeah. She was dating, I think she was dating Bruce Willis. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think she was dating Bruce Willis, and then she started fucking with Ashton Kutcher.
So that joke really has some layers, but it's like
can't do comparative disease. But even like, do we really think that Chris Rock knew that she had alopecia?
If she had alopecia, can I not joke on her? That's my point. Even if she did have alopecia,
yeah, you can do what you want to do. But if I'm at home consoling my wife and you do it, I'm slapping the fuck out of you. The comedians can do whatever they want to do, but we really can't react to how motherfuckers gonna do. Now, is it the best classy thing to do is to be slapping comedians? But hey, motherfucker, you ain't about to keep talking shit. I'm slapping the fuck out of you.
The only reason Chris Rock ain't get that nigga a 2-piece and a biscuit because he was on the Oscars. Let that shit be in some little little comedy joint.
Man, I ain't trying to hear everybody's excuse was, oh my God, not Jay-Z, what the fuck is his name? Will Smith is so much bigger than Chris Rock. He's just this. I'm like, Chris Rock, like, when I looked up, Chris Rock 5'11", Will Smith 6'2". That's like, you're 6'2", I'm 5'11". I'll say I'm 6 foot, but fuck it, I'm 5'11". You're not like if you slap me, motherfucker, I'm like, oh my God, he's so much bigger than me. You ain't so much bigger than me to where I won't hit your ass back.
You ain't gonna do shit back.
Not bullshit. You remember when we used to box at Black House, nigga? I used to be tapping y'all ass up.
No, you used to be tapping that nigga.
Pause. Actually, I don't think I ever boxed you at Blake. I think it was just like me and you boxing against Blake. Every time you get mad and you start tweeting crazy, you start losing.
I'm about to say, I don't think we really fought each other. We both fought Blake.
Speaking of Blake, salute my nigga Jake. Happy birthday. But anyways, I mean, the best thing that could have happened for Chris Rock was when he wasn't leaning in. He was like sensing danger. You think it's bad for Will Smith with this cuck shit and all this shit? If he would have swung at Chris Rock and Chris Rock would have weaved that hoe, Oh my god! Now maybe you could have played it off and be like, "Oh, it's a joke. I'm joking. I wasn't really trying to slap you." But if he would have weaved that hoe, and I don't want to steal this point. This is Joe Budden says, but it was fucking hilarious. He said if Chris Rock would have weaved it and then bought Will ass and then knocked, oh my god, Will it'd been over. Legacy would have been done. Legacy would have been over. We'll give a fuck about Ali, Hitch, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, King Richard, whatever.
That's what somebody said too. That was like, nigga, you went from Hitch to bitch. You went from Hitch to bitch. You went from being the ladies' man to being the cuck, nigga. This is the most worst like plot twist ever. Like went from the ladies' man to the nigga that's struggling with a marriage. Like it was like how you go out there saying. I was like, damn. Cause that's like you went from the Fresh Prince, like think about Hitch, running game, whatever, show game. You're so good you can make a lame nigga get one of the baddest bitches in the world. Fresh Prince, every bad bitch he seen, he tried. Yeah. To in real life, this nigga out here being a cuck to Tupac. Now August Alsina.
Tupac dead. Like I would have been like,
but he been.
I don't think he give a fuck about the Tupac shit. I really don't think he give a fuck about the Tupac shit because he's dead. Like why do I give a fuck about?
Well, Tupac? She writes to that nigga yearly.
But see, Jada be on that. She pick up that weird like spiritual shit. Like my thing is too. Like I told Carl this right. I said, and the thing is she wouldn't do this because we don't even do this now. It's not famous people. I was like, just don't fucking like try to air me. Like not even air me out. It's like the same thing with like Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry. Just like shut the fuck up. You can talk about anything else. Just don't talk about me. You can talk about global warming. You can talk about fucking.
Guess what?
Why we should be
no
vegan.
One gives a fuck about what Jada has to say unless it has Will Smith attached to it.
Don't talk about me. Jada can do it. Jada can do amazing interviews with Michelle Obama. Like she can just go do interviews. She's Jada Pinkett. She's a name. People will watch it. They'll still fucking watch it. Doesn't matter. They'll watch it.
Like 10K.
Go do that. No, more than 10K. Because that shit was big before the Will shit even happened. Like Red Table when it first happened.
He's big because Will.
No, that's fine, but
nobody give a fuck about that rock career she had.
I didn't know she had a rock career.
Exactly.
I didn't know she had a rock career.
Exactly. Shit's horrible.
And you see what Charles said? See, you said being to cut to Tupac, that's how you get slapped?
I'll be Will Smith old ass.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
I do know
that. I'm giving Will Smith the business. I swear to God.
Pause.
I swear to God.
Entanglement.
Nah, it ain't gonna be that close. It's 2-piece biscuits. He sleep. Know his old ass.
He was Ali, man. You never know.
Was not is.
Ali.
Not is. But not even with like when he first got Jada, like he supposedly like she didn't really want him and shit like that, and he like kept kind of like get her like he played that like I'm gonna chase her until she say yes role. And for most men, like they've been kind of led like, oh yeah, that's the way you get a woman. Like, keep being persistent. From what I've been told, and which I had to learn the hard way. Hey, don't chase women, bro. If she don't want you, she don't feel you. It's not something magical you gonna do to make her all of a sudden feel you. They lie to niggas. I swear to God. If she not feeling you from the jump, bro, it's no bueno.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think your past relationships, now I'm not talking about like the recent one that I know, I'm talking about past, like high school past, shape the way that you think about relationships and women to this day? Like, do you think any way that's kind of like jaded you towards relationships in any way, shape, or form? Just based on what happened back then? And I don't even know, like, the stories that I was hearing, I don't even know if those were really confirmed stories. You know, in high school, niggas just say shit. I don't even know if those really confirmed stories.
Nah, because I didn't take it seriously back then though. Like, I never was like.
But did you ever at one point think like, damn, I was tripping? Like, I guess those things were probably true. But in the moment, I was like, not really.
At a certain point, I didn't care because I mean, I was doing my own thing as well. Like, yeah, that was like my girl. But like, after a certain while, like after like the first, like. Maybe like the first like semester, I kind of like I ain't take the relationship as serious. Like even in the beginning, I was like, I don't have a girlfriend during football season. I told her that. Like, like,
I don't have a girlfriend during football season.
I told her I like football is my wife, and I'm not doing all this on the phone shit during the season. I told her that. Like,
I'm going to sleep and I'm waking up.
Yeah, like I mean, like she ran game with me, I ran game on here, but we were young. Like that was a young relationship. I'm not gonna sit up and be like, oh, she traumatized me. Like I don't speak ill on her name, like at all. Like,
Mm.
and even through like shit that like we've been through, like with my like recent relationship, like nigga, we were young, like like I said, I don't know if I was necessarily chasing at certain points and shit like that, but getting my heart broke, is that what you kind of asking? Did I get my
Yeah,
heart
like,
broke?
did you get your heart broken by this
Um,
person?
it was certain moments that scarred me to make me like look at things differently. But I think though, like those moments happen. Like I ain't like make shit up. Like,
I ain't
and
gonna
if
lie,
you
bro. High school can fuck you up, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you.
high school fuck
High school,
me up.
no, I'm not saying fuck you. I said it can
Uh,
fuck you up
oh yeah.
because
I
niggas
mean,
just be because motherfuckers just be saying shit. I remember when I was dating. I won't say her name, but I was dating. Her name started with an S, right? I don't even know if
yeah.
you remember, but yeah. And there was a rumor going around that she was like cheating on me, but she was like going gay. That shit, when in the moment, that shit was really. I don't know. You would always think that that'd be cool, like, oh, well, she fucking with girls, and maybe. But in the
But she
moment,
ain't
that shit
tell you,
really.
so you like you
She
feel
never
held
told.
out.
That's what it's like. You doing it behind my back, and I never confirmed or denied if it was true or not. But she was hanging out with this chick, so it just it's one of those things like, well, look, it looks like it's there, so it might. What's the saying? Like, if it looks like shit, it must be shit or whatever. I don't know
If
what
it
the
quack
saying
like a
is,
duck, it must be a
but it's
duck.
like, I said, I ain't doing that shit. Fuck that shit.
So,
But just
I
because people would
mean,
say, it wasn't even confirmed. People it was like chirping in my ear.
I was talking to K Ray about this. I was like, I really kind of over people like talking about their traumas because like after like 25, it's like, bro, you should be able to see red flags. Like people 40, 50 years old still talking about their trauma like you couldn't be accountable for anything. Like you didn't pick bad people or you was in the bad places to like for people you was attracting. 50
You
years
talking
old,
about
60 years old.
traumas just from relationships?
Yeah, just
Okay,
from relationships. Like,
okay.
oh, niggas ain't shit. I can't never like when like you still 30, 40 years old talking like that. There's something wrong with you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Like, if you can't be no accountable, like if you like niggas have been hurting me and niggas gonna keep hurt, like bro, that like come on, bro.
But then
That's
also
some
it's like
young minded shit.
the a lot of the people that people pick, it's like, bro, the writing's on the wall. Like you could like if you dating the dude who's like in the streets, like what kind of gonna come with that. Like why are you
If she
even
at the club all
surprised?
the time, if he at the
Like
club all
why
the
are you
time,
surprised? Like, you can't be surprised. Like you just can't be surprised. Like you might find you one.
she
Like
take
if it
thirsty ass pictures all the time.
like if a girl just randomly met me in the club, we might be wiped up. Now I don't know. Maybe she wasn't. Like maybe I shouldn't have been dating her. But like you maybe find a guy in the club who's just like there with his friends, and maybe he is like a relationship oriented guy. But if
Yeah,
he
but
just
you could
going
tell.
crazy, it's like
Like in the dating phase, nigga, you went out this week, that week, you went out 3 times
yeah,
that
no,
week.
now be
Like,
going out
you
like
could
crazy. That's
tell.
crazy. That's crazy.
Bro,
That's
you
crazy.
know how people do though. Like people do
That's
that.
crazy.
We've seen women and men like that. They at the club every week, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, more than church. More than
Them
people go to
girls,
church.
them girls who was I don't know at the Oho or wherever that restaurant was, I think it was Oho's. They was going like every single night. I'm like, I didn't know it was club open every single night. They was going every single night. I'm like, oh no, that's too much. That's too
And
much.
or girls taking sexy pictures all the time, like or posting sexy. Like, come on, bro.
I'm
Even
not
in a
really like that.
relationship,
Yeah,
even
not
in a
like that.
relationship, like, come on, bro. The writing on the wall.
No, I'm out there.
Writing on the
I'm out
wall.
there.
Like, but niggas like, oh my god, she broke my heart, or oh my god, she manipulated me.
Duh.
You wanted to be manipulated because you had a lack of options, nigga. And you was like, you know what? She can run over me, or he can run over me. And people act like they don't do that. People be signing up for dumb shit and then act like after they ain't signed up for it. Like, I can't believe they did this to me. Like,
But yeah, I think we can wrap this Will Smith thing up with a bow. Really, it's just like as far as the slap, the Oscars are now investigating them. They're trying to see what they're gonna do. Are they gonna ban him? Are they gonna strip him of his title for winning the King Richard shit? Now, to be fair, I went and watched King Richard on HBO Max. It's a pretty good movie. Like
yeah.
that was a good movie. I didn't know all the shit that Serena Williams' daddy was doing for her and Venus, but he wasn't fucking around. He pulling up on coaches in Brentwood from Compton. He getting beat up by gang members just to coaches. He had a plan. He stuck to it, and they
They say
excelled.
he was still in character.
Bro,
That
he
was
was
King
like,
Richard up there.
yeah, he was. When I watched that movie, I went up looking. I said, I actually Google searched. I was like, do actors get stuck in their roles? Like, is that something that happened? Like, they get so into it that they get stuck in their role. And I don't know how long ago King Richard was fucking shot. Maybe it was shot like years ago. But maybe it just brought back the memories of the actor by having to go to all these award shows to speak about it, win these awards about it. Maybe he was just like this.
He
If
got
you didn't
invoked.
watch the movie, essentially Chris Rock was the black dude from Compton who said he's about to pull up to his house and run a train on Ketanji, which is one of his daughters. And what he do in the movie? He turned on that goddamn tennis racket and slapped the shit. Even though he got his ass beat by the other gang members after he beat the shit out of him, that's what's happened to him. He hit the dude. He hit Chris Rock. Chris Rock is the guy who's like gonna run a train, and then Hollywood and everybody on social media is the other gang members pouncing on. But at the end of the day, he defended Ketanji. For him, it was worth it. He snapped for a second. He went back into King Richard character mode. That's what I'm gonna give him.
Goofy ass.
What would it take for
slapped
you?
Jada
What
ass.
would it take for you to slap somebody for your girl?
What would it take to slap? Like,
What would it take for you? Like,
somebody call my girl a bitch, I gonna beat his ass.
Man, so that's like
But when
that's
a joke
like
though.
so
when
any
a joke,
jokes,
though.
even if it's a joke she don't like, you not gonna do anything. I'm not
I
saying
joke with her all the
I
time.
don't think I would do it. But I'm just asking, like, what's the?
I mean, what kind of joke was it? Like, was he talking about having sex with her or some shit? Like, yeah, then it's disrespectful. But like, if you joked on her because like she joked on you, or like you.
But what if there's
joked
something? What if there's something you know she does? Like, let's say she had alopecia and she was at home crying with you about it. Somebody kind of brought up her bald head, and you know it affects her. How would you feel in that moment? You've been her shoulder to cry on. She's been very devastated about this. How would you respond to it? Would you just say something like, "Hey, bro, hey, let's not bring that up, bro"? Or would you like,
I mean, maybe something around that line. Yeah, but I don't think that's the same scenario. I just don't like if someone talking about my girl in a like an intimate setting is a little weird versus like Oscars. He's a performer, he's entertaining. Like if like that's like me saying, oh, so what? So if you ask me this question, I think it'd be more appropriate. What did it take for me to slap a comedian that said something to my girl if I was like at a show?
Yeah.
And it had to be hella disrespectful. It would be because it's like besides like him.
What if it's something that just was you might not feel disrespectful, but she felt disrespectful?
Women feel disrespected all the time, so I can't go off of that.
I mean, I get it, yeah, because there's plenty of men that had been killed due to defending the honor of a woman over something they probably shouldn't have had no business really defending.
If I feel like it's appropriate, I mean, I may say something, or we could just leave. But like fighting a dude, like maybe he's just a tasteless comment.
You just gonna let him say that about me? He's gonna want to leave out the door. He up there still laughing at our stupid ass.
I mean, yeah. Like, I'm not about to get a charge for you. I'm not about to go to jail because your feelings hurt, nigga. Like, we love. What else you want me to do? Like now, like I said, if it's an intimate setting or like what happened with she was closing the restaurant down with all the other closers, and she took the broom because somebody set it down. He was like, "Give me the broom back, bitch." Like, I said, "Watch your mouth." I said, "Watch." I was like, "Hey, nigga, watch your mouth." That's all I said, really. I wasn't gonna do nothing. I ain't get up. Huh?
No, I was saying Charles said he had a headache. Salute.
Shout out Charles for that 500, man. But I was like, watch your mouth, nigga. And I was gonna leave it at that, but then he said some else shit. I was like, well, we just go outside. Like I wasn't like I said what I said. I told you watch your mouth. Now you still talking reckless, or we can just box now. But my initial comment was just to like check him and say, watch your mouth. Like you fucked up. Acknowledge it and move on.
That's wild. That even like was like his response to somebody taking a broom. Like,
and she said that she kind of get in arguments with him before, but like like
still, that's still crazy. Like, I can never, even if I got in arguments with girls at my job, I just could never imagine me like.
You were saying, nigga, he one of those meth heads that work as a waiter type shit. Like no one respects him, like no one takes him serious and shit like that. Like the nigga always talk out his mouth and shit like that. Like people just try to avoid the nigga at that point. Yeah. So I heard about it and I already was like taking note of this shit, and it just so happened to happen in front of me. So that also was like, well, we could just go outside because like you already got some shit that I could pay you for besides this. So that's what I think. That's initially what made me get up so fast. But I think my initial statement, I was pretty calm because I'm like, all right, you called her a bitch, but that's like she not a bitch. Like it's not the end of the fucking world. Like. Yeah. I don't even think she got offended like that. She was like, well, fuck, like she said, fuck you, but like, I don't even think she said fuck you, but she like was like, obviously fuck that nigga, but it's not the end of the world because somebody call you some shit, bro. Like, the fuck? Yeah. Like, a woman called me nigga, I laugh. Like, bro, I don't know, bro. I just don't take people serious like that. Like, I don't know.
No.
I gotta be having a bad day for somebody to get me like out of my character type shit.
Yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, like I mean, that's it. People are acting like this is gonna be like they're gonna think about this forever. I mean, I guess maybe like an Oscars history, but I feel like I ain't gonna lie, this is the perfect time to slap somebody like that because we move on so fast on social media. I feel like by next week we're gonna be really discussing some other shit, and we're not gonna really be. It'll just be one of those moments that happen, and then that's gonna be it. I don't think this is like a thing that maybe like in white Hollywood, like they're always gonna we're always gonna remember. This is gonna be their January 6th insurrection. Like they're always gonna be thinking about this shit forever. But like, I think a lot of people are already kind of over the conversation. Like, all right, he slapped him. All right, move on. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think people might bring it up in like raps and shit like that, but it ain't gonna be like no main topic.
oh, let me say, and also rappers, they've been writing the raps since it happened. I'm gonna wheel you to the right. I don't even know what they're gonna say, but they're just like they've already got Drake's got one written. Everybody's got one written already.
I will smack you so hard you gonna want to take that rock, nigga.
Okay, I don't know. Okay. I don't know if that's a good one or not. You know, let us know in the chat.
Hey, that was off the hip, my nigga. That's the first one.
I'm trying to think of I will rock you. I don't fucking know. Like I don't know. If they got the raps. They're gonna let the professionals handle it. They got it. And what else? The rappers, this, that. What I have else on this? Yeah. I mean, I wonder. Are they gonna take his thing from him? Who knows? I don't fucking know. I don't think so. They're probably gonna suspend him. But I feel like they have to do something because like you just can't let like your presenter get slapped and y'all not do nothing. They put out a statement today that no, we didn't let Will stay. We did ask him to leave. He just said he wasn't leaving. So what do we do at that point? Like it's Will Smith.
Will a bully.
You know, hey, he Hollywood elite, man. Fuck y'all. I'm here. Fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all ain't kicking me out. I got Denzel calming me down. I got Tyler Perry coming over to calm me down. Y'all, fuck y'all. I'm good. But also, it's like, I don't know. Do we got some underlying with Chris Rock? Because I was thinking, at first, I was like, what do you do to somebody that's white? Like, that was my first. I was like, what do you do to Adam Sandler? What do you do to like Ricky Gervais? What do you do to Bill Burr? But then I was like, what do you do to Dave Chappelle? What do you do to Kevin Hart? Like, I don't know. Maybe he got some of Chris Rock. I don't fucking know.
Well, Chris Rock did hit him with a better joke like a few years ago. He was like, I heard Will and Jada declined to come. He was like,
Jada wouldn't even be invited anyways. Like that's like me being mad about Rihanna panties or something like that.
He was like, that's like me boycotting Rihanna panties. I wasn't invited.
Yeah. That wouldn't even like people brought that up. Is that really even a tough joke? That's like,
well, that whole was funny. That shit was funny. How he said that.
I was saying it wasn't a good joke. Was that like something to be mad about? But I mean, if they sensitive, then I guess
them niggas be butthurt.
There's a lot of conversations that was going on that just had me thinking about a whole. It's just so many different conversations. Like the whole when you're famous, you can't say shit. It's like, fuck that shit. Like after a while, it's like, all right, you ain't just gonna be fucking keep. Nobody saying Chris Rock specifically. I'm just saying like any celebrity in general. Like all the time, somebody could tweet at a celebrity, they talking shit. Celebrity responds like, why'd you respond? I don't give a fuck, fucking bitch. You want to talk shit? I'm talking shit back. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn.
Hey man, ain't nothing more entertaining than real life. I can't.
And I get it that that's what people want from you. Like they say heinous shit to get you to respond, but motherfucker, I ain't bigger than the program. I respond. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, at a certain point, I try shit on people myself. It's healthy, bro. It's healthy to talk down on people. I don't. Yeah. Some people are too weak for me.
Yeah, like, all right, bitch.
It's healthy to be talked down on.
Let me say something real quick because you're doing a little too fucking much. But I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I want to talk about one more thing, but I'll probably make it brief and quick. So I was watching a video of Abba and Preach, right? And they were discussing this guy getting booted out of he got banned from Twitch because he was having a panel debate. It was about 9 people, and he was in defense of biological women. You know, they should have their sport. Let me see. Can I share this? Let me see. Share screen. Oh, bitch, come on! I got to do all this stupid ass shit, do it. Oh, bitch, gonna make me do all this extra shit. Oh, fuck it. Anyways, don't worry about it. I can play it on here. Hold on. I'll play it. Anyways, it's pretty much the trans debate, right? So he was in defense of biological women and how saying it's not fair, so it shouldn't be allowed for trans people to be in, competing against biological women, and they didn't like that. So let me see.
Twitch.
He got banned for it. They banned him. Like, how you get banned for that? That's light. He was saying that crazy. Like he was like, what I'm saying? The whole like. I'll play it. Hold on.
Probably some women inside of the HR didn't like what he said on Twitch.
But why would women not like that? I'm in defense of y'all. I'm defending you.
Women are stupid sometimes.
Okay, let me see. Here's
The trans athletes could do a lot to like foster a lot of really bad will.
So the first person that talks is the guy that got banned.
I want you to watch some of the things that the other people who didn't get banned said.
The trans athletes could do a lot to like foster a lot of really bad will against like trans people in general. I think it's a really good turf argument for, well, look, these people just want to destroy women's space.
Who gives a fuck if women can't compete at the top level?
Sounds completely reasonable to me. And the women's spaces from sports and makes it so that, I mean, keep in mind it'd be eliminating men's spaces from sports as well. And I have absolutely no issue with that. The turfs are completely right. I do want to actually get rid of gendered spaces in the sports arena, and that they are 100% right. And I don't base my opinions off of what the most radical turf.
Can I ask a question right quick? When that dude said he don't want gender spaces, like there shouldn't be male and female sports.
These are the people we talking about.
So you telling me it's okay to abuse women?
Eliminate women, so just pretty much destroy women's sports. If that's the case, because they'll never be able to compete with the men at the top of the echelon.
So you telling me it's okay to abuse and or oppress women? Essentially,
pretty much.
If they get to play, they're going to get fucking abused. You put women in football, you think niggas got CTE? These bitches gonna be borderline retarded after the first season.
They're not gonna be able to hang, bro. It's not even a
nigga. Jordan Shipley had over what 20, 30 concussions.
Yeah,
nigga, a woman way more fragile. We talk about bone density, way less slower, bro. Physics against them, whether it's basketball or football, they're going to get abused. And then you talk about there's a group of women that now can't play sports because men have to dominate it, and all the funding goes to gender neutral sports, but the people that's going to dominate their sports is obviously the men. Like, clearly.
Yeah, they'll never get to play. You don't even make the team. So here's another guy named Hassan Piker. This is quick. This is a quick one.
Trans women, specifically because they are in like the starting process of their transition or whatever, have significant competitive advantages. Let's say they do. In 99% of the instances, they don't. There's plenty of empirical evidence to suggest that they don't. But even if they do, it does not matter. It does not matter because it's not unnatural. It's not unnatural to be trans. It's not unnatural to be trans. Unless you think it's unnatural to be trans, in which case you are transphobic. That's it.
What? Nigga, how is it not? How is it natural?
If we can't, like, bro, but my thing is, like, bro, why can't we just have like logical conversations? Because they went on to bring up like shit that I'll bring up, like, so would we? So okay, if being trans is not unnatural, then everything Kim Kardashian has, that's natural. That's not unnatural. Like, you got to take hormone blockers. You got to get plastic surgery. If you got to do anything to block or enhance or this, that, none of that's natural.
You have to.
You got to get estrogen. Science. You got to get estrogen. You got to get testosterone, like, imported into you because you don't naturally produce that.
It's just completely inaccurate. Completely inaccurate. People get to just say shit, and because they're behind a point that's backed by like the Power 500 companies or media, I should say, motherfuckers can say whatever they want, and it don't make no sense. And if you speak anything against it, it's phobia. What?
Bro, I said this the other day. I said, if you are part of a protected, quote unquote, protected class, you're only protected if you're in line with whatever the narrative is. For instance, a swimmer from Virginia Tech spoke out against the swimmer Leah Thomas, right? Even though she played 17th, but if you play 16th, you at least get to go to the finals. It ain't to say she would have won, but she would have at least been able to be in her last season, make it to the 1500 finals, which is like you made it to the finals at all college. That's great. That's a good accomplishment. She said, hey, I was 17th. If Leah Thomas wasn't able to perform, I'd have been able to be in there. I don't like that. People on Twitter were destroying her. I'm like, so do we protect women, or do we only protect women that fall in line with like kind of what you said, with whatever narrative we want to? The same thing I said about a person like a Candace Owens or a Clarence Thomas, black people in general. Are you going to talk about Democrat talk points? Or are you going to talk about Republicans? So you step out of here, you're no longer protected. A conservative can't say shit about a black Democrat, but a white liberal can destroy a black conservative. They don't call them a racist or nothing, but that's just the way.
Wolves in sheep clothing, man. It's sick. Because I just want to get to the point of like, because I don't know if those men were straight men. I don't know like what's the point
They're
of those.
Fucking
men.
weird.
Like,
Their motherfuckers just be in front of the computer. Like
I think some people just like pushing chaos into society. Some people, guess what's not a stretch. Most people that push certain shit like this also either be atheists or believe in the devil. I'm sorry, I've seen it too many times correlate. I like to do is scratch my head. It's like these are the people we listening to, and they can counsel people, but we're not counseling them. Like these are the people.
Like
that
the guy who said that women's sports
weird.
should be protected gets banned. Like, in what realm does that make sense? OT Genesis put up a thing today. OT Genesis just asked a question. He was like, if Chris Rock would have made a joke about transgenders and Will Smith would have went up and slapped him, what do y'all think the narrative would be the next day? Would it be like, oh, he's a hero, Chris Rock is a piece of shit? Like, it's just these questions that get brought, that even though it's a crazy hypothetical that would never have happened, but just when you really think about it, damn, what would have happened if that would have happened? If that was the case, rather than a joke about Jada, would he have still been,
you already know,
getting shit on, or
no? Chris Rock is an animal and deserves it. Would have been the main narrative,
bro. And I made a video to this about the Oscars too. But I made a video about the Oscars, how they was like pushing that Florida, the bill in Florida, like they called the "Don't Say Gay" bill, but that's not really what it is. They came out like it was Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, and Regina Hall. They were the three hosts for the Oscars that night, and they was like, and this one's for Florida. We're gonna say gay, because the Democrat like narrative is that Florida's making it where you can't say gay in school. But if you actually read the bill, it's saying in kindergarten through third grade, you can't teach gender identity, sexual orientation, like that's not age appropriate for children. Like if there's something that's age appropriate that you teach in a certain way, whatever, you can. But that's really all it says. They don't say if you're gay, you can't live in Florida, you're banned in your marriage. Like the way they made it seem is that like it was like erasing gay people from society. And they pushed, I was like, y'all are really like we're that mad that we want kindergarten and third graders to like learn about shit like that. Like that's really the hill you want to die on.
People sick, bro. Some people just
like,
be sick.
I just don't understand that. Like, why is that the hill you want to die on?
Some people literally just be sick ass people, bro. And they be miserable and they want the world to be miserable with them, bro. So they want shit to be as dysfunctional as possible because their lives are so dysfunctional. If the world, like, misery love company, and that's essentially what I see there, bro. Because it's disgusting. We didn't learn about sex ed till what 6th, 7th grade, which I mean,
it was like middle school. It was like 7th grade.
Yeah. Like that's around the right time because you don't hit puberty and really start being sexual until that age. Like some people a little earlier, some people later, but that's about average. So like they said, it's not appropriate. Pretty much makes sense because I could be like, well, they go that transgender shit or body like gender neutral shit, but then it's like technically besides them learning how to wipe themselves and be like sanitary and clean, you really don't have to go into too much details, but because I mean it's like it's really not important. It's just not.
And you see they blasted like Disney for that shit, like. Employees were mad at Disney because Disney didn't speak out fast enough. So they was like walking out of work and trying to boycott. And then Disney had made like a thing, like they put out every network for Disney, ESPN and ABC, everybody put out this one message like, we support LGBT. It's like, bro, why the fuck do they have to say something? They're fucking Disney.
I'm confused. Wait. So they can't say they boys and girls though?
Who?
In Florida. Because they said no gender teaching.
No, like teaching, I mean, like just teaching, like, hey, it's fluid or it's this. Like you can say boys and girls. Like this is like
okay. I like
girl,
so.
But my thing, the thing with that bill isn't even really center focused on that. That's one piece of it. The majority of it is really a parent rights bill. It's pretty much like rights for parents. Like if something happens to somebody's kid in school, you must inform them. Whether it's something psychological that happens, whether they maybe come to their counselor and say they're gay. Like these are things you can't hide from parents. Y'all can no longer not tell parents everything that's going on with their kid at school. That's pretty much what the main focus of the bill actually is. But that gets overshadowed, and it's like, don't say gay, don't say gay. It's like y'all are lying, or they let y'all lying. Y'all are being disingenuous with what it actually is.
That's what makes it so nasty, man. It's everywhere though. Whenever someone wants their way, instead of speaking through logic and being truthful about like what's wrong, they make shit up, make bullshit narrative, play victim, and it's just disgusting, bro. Like from
like
so many
after that happened, right? After that happened, see, it was like to me, it was like when I saw this, it's like I don't really want like even with like what was it called, heterosexual relationships. Like I don't even want kids like seeing like watch like American Pie or no shit like where like it's a guy and a girl like just making out. It's like it's not kid. I want kids to be innocent. So like that happened, right? And then Disney's response to that was, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring back this girl on girl kissing scene that was in the new Buzz Lightyear movie, but we took out. But we're gonna put it back in now. Like y'all want kids to watch that so bad that like y'all's responsible. Well, we're gonna put it back in there. It's like what's really going on here? I just don't understand that.
It's like they clearly have narratives, but like they use like reverse psychology. They're oppressing us, so we must now push it. No one. All we're asking for is stop trying to fucking program our kids, and now you acting like we're trying to oppress people. Somebody said I'm gay, and I can see it's a narrative. I was like,
yeah, I saw that too. I said I'm gay. I see somebody in the comments that like I'm gay, and I'm like, I don't even think it's that damn serious for y'all to be trying to do all that to kids.
And that's the thing. These people are trying to push shit sinister, but then they latch onto these groups and these demographics to be like, look what they're doing to us. Then they push their message to act like they're uplifting people, but the whole time, bro, they don't give a like. It's such a sinister shit. You would think you're watching a fucking movie about this evil fucking scientist that's trying to take over the world. Like that's how these people be acting, bro. Like it's so weird, bro. When you break down and try to put all the pieces together, you start to sound like a nut job because you're like, why would Disney do that? But you can see it. For years, Disney have put in and encoded shit of negative rhetoric, whether it was racism, whether it's feminine, whatever the fuck. Like, so it's like they clearly don't mind pushing narratives that don't belong to kids in there.
Yeah.
But when you try to break it down, you seem crazy.
Because like today there was somebody like I don't know how they found this, but it was like a Disney all hands on deck meeting. And it was like, Scoop, Disney corporate president Karen Burke says, as the mother of a transgender child and one pansexual child, she supports having many, many, many LGBTQIA characters in our stories and wants a minimum of 50% of characters to be LGBTQIA and racial minorities. I hate that they try to like conflate like race with gay. Like it's like the same, like it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just don't get that. They do that to like kind of like because you can't really go against like, oh, you want racial thing. It's like you can't. So they try to like tie them as one thing. They're not one thing. Not gay people be like, well, there are black people that are gay. I'm not saying that that's not the case. But as far as putting like in representation in a show, especially a kids show, I don't think that's the
fucking God. That's so disgusting, bro. And when I had to let you finish speaking.
And then there's another. He had another video. It's like. I've obtained from Inside Disney's All Hands meeting about the Florida Parental Rights Bill, in which executive producer Latoya Revenue says her team has implemented a not at all secret gay agenda and is regularly adding queerness to children's programming. Like, why y'all don't just go work for like HBO Max? Like, go work for fucking Showtime. Like, y'all can do all that. I don't have a problem with shit like that. Like, there's a show called The L Word that's really big and it's about lesbians. Like, I don't have a problem with that. That's adult content. I don't care about that. But why is it the push to put it into children's content?
I'm just curious how old her children was, bro.
Oh, she said they're trans and pansexual?
That ain't child abuse. Where's the father?
Look, they're trying to correlate this, and this has a lot of retweets. They said, this is me saying this, but the depiction of LGBT characters in Disney will scar my children for life. So they put like, it's like, I'm trying to how to explain it. It's like, I'm saying that, and they're trying to say pretty much, oh, you think that will? But what about this? So Bambi's mom dying is supposed to scar me for life. And this, y'all are so scared of LGBT, but y'all are fine with y'all's kids seeing these fictional characters die. It's like, that's not the same fucking thing. And like I said, if they do have school where they want to teach kids stuff like that, I don't agree with it. But if y'all are really gonna, if that's gonna be something that gets pushed by the school board or whatever, I want my kid. I want my kid going to school. But do like the, I always say this, do like the fucking Jehovah's Witness should do. Hey, today we're gonna learn about X, Y, and Z. Do you consent? No. So y'all gonna take my kids into the classroom and they'll do their own shit. And then your kids can do, that's fine. That's your kid. Do what the hell you want to do with your kid. But don't give me the options and the choices and the rights. Like, that's my thing.
They make my head hurt. How the fuck you gonna bring up fictional animals dying, which they do in real life, and which some a kid may see in real life? Like, kids will see animals dead in real life. Kids see death. Like, whether it's family, kids do
see gay people.
They don't really know that they're gay.
I
seen a fat dude when I was younger. I thought he was pregnant.
Yeah, kids don't think about shit like that.
I asked the fat dude how many months it was. My grandma damn near slapped me. I ain't fucking know.
Jesus Christ.
You look pregnant. I like 4 or 5. I remember that shit too. But yeah,
it's crazy, man.
What you said, the animal shit, and it's like with death, it's like, bro, with religion, you talk about Jesus dying on the cross. You learn these kind of concepts as a kid, but sex, come on, bro. These motherfuckers do so much. Like, you argue with people on Twitter, right? And they just beat around the bush the whole argument. Like, they will never understand your points, but they keep pushing this shit and just keep, like, you've seen that right before. Yeah. That's what they do. Like, they just troll you with different talking points and just continue to misunderstand people and act like they're misunderstood. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's one of the most frustrating agendas and narratives that you can have, bro. Because you've seen the black lady that's a fucking judge pushing the pedophile shit.
Well, see, we can have a conversation about that. From what we talk about what I've seen, which I guess whatever points you're looking at. What is your thought on that? Because when people say pushing pedophile, like, that made me believe that she's like saying it's okay.
She basically did.
From what I saw, what she's saying, right? And the thing about judges and shit like that, they always try to look. The thing is, they try to look at shit literally through the law, and like, it'll always, to people, I guess, who don't look at the law, will always. I don't want pedophiles out at all. I don't care if they had one image or 1 million images. Like, it don't matter to me at all. Throw them all in jail. I don't give a fuck. But for them, their job is to analyze the law and try to do all these things. So I can see what she's saying. Back in the day, it was easy. Like, she's saying, it's like back in the day, it's easier to prosecute somebody by the amount of pictures they get in the mail because that's a physical thing, rather than now the internet is so abundant. Now, neither one is right to me. I don't give a fuck. Lock both of them up. But she's trying to like equate.
But it's not true.
These things and these things.
You have to look up child porn for that shit to get spammed on your shit, like, excessively.
Well, no, but back in the day, there was like minimums for, like, okay, if you have a lot or if you have a little. And her point was that I don't condone anything. I don't fucking like pedophile shit, but like, I don't know. I don't even fucking know.
But she also gave a pedophile less time because she felt like he was basically a victim. Like, you ain't see her getting questioned by that white dude.
Yeah, I see. But also the thing about him saying that is, a bunch of Republicans that they also voted for, like, most judges give the lesser sentence in all those cases. Like, is it right to us? No, but for some reason, judges, they do that. I don't know. I think you should fucking punish them to the maximum. But the way they try to frame it is like, oh, this is something that you do. But it's like, and is it right? No, but everybody fucking does it. But I'm talking about the political game of it, not necessarily the moral game of what me and you think of it.
No, I mean, I know other people do it. Like, she's not the only one, but it's just so happened to be the black lady pushing this shit on Twitter. It just so happened, like, and for me, it's like, what's like, out of all the different things you could talk about, like trying to change and make sure things are fair.
But you got to think, that's something that they brought up. She didn't bring, like, they're going to find the worst things to bring up for her. Like,
what you mean?
My point is, she could be trying to change multiple laws, but of course, they're going to bring up the, like, most, like, why the fuck would you want to even touch this law? Is my point.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about any other thing. If you're doing great shit over here, but you're murdering people over there, I'm going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just because you're great over there, but like, You do great over here and raping people in the back alley, like nigga, you still wild, like nigga.
But my thing is, with judges, their job is to find out why is this constitutionally this way, is this constitutional? Like that's their
You trying to
meant
make it seem like Bill Belichick moving the field goal PAT back 10, 12, 15 yards. It's better
Well,
for
no, I
the
know
NFL.
what they're doing. I know.
I
I
don't
don't
look at
agree
it
with
like
it.
that.
Well, my point is, what the way a judge and lawyers think about law and the way us regular people think about law is different. Just because they looking at different metrics is my point. They're really breaking shit down. Like,
But they
constitutionally, is
already
this
get
okay?
less
Is that right?
sentences. Like it's not like
And then
pedophiles are
she,
getting overcharged.
and then what she said is in the thing, why are y'all asking me about sentencing? I can only go off what you guys tell me I can do. So that's more of a
That's not
y'all's
true.
question.
That's not
They're
true.
the senators are the ones that create federal sentencing. So if you want pedophiles to go to jail longer, then you'll make the minutes. You'll make. She has my point is she has the discretion to like give you 5 years or give you 20. Yes, she has that discretion. But if your thing is like it should be harsher and there should be no minimum of 5 years, that should be whatever. That's y'all's job to increase that whatever. That's what
Not necessarily though. I mean, that's why they give you all that power in the first place. Because you said it from the first place. Like, oh, this person may have did some shit, but it wasn't as harsh as that person. So of course that person get 5 years. This person's like accessor got caught, he get 20 years. But y'all all giving niggas 5 years. Y'all don't seem to be giving many niggas 20 years. But a nigga come in with 2 blunts back in the day, 20 years. A nigga had a key 30, 40 years life. But a pedophile, rape, 2-3 years. Probation sometimes.
Yeah, you get no arguments. When I see people going to jail, getting out for rape in 3 years, I said that how can you go to jail for murder? I get killing somebody is one thing, but like why rapists get out in like 3 years? It's like, huh? How is that a thing? But it's like any judge that they bring in front of that, they could say that I could bring that about most probably any of them because they all do that.
See, and my thing
is
like,
it right? No, but it's like it's a political tactic thing that they're trying to do.
I guess my thing with her is like it's just another like needle on a haystack in a sense. Like you see all the other shit that they're pushing. You see how hard they're pushing trans shit on kids. You see how hard they're pushing sexuality on kids. You see how they hypersexualize everything. You see how they breaking up family homes. You see how they just pushing chaos.
Yeah.
Then you get the black lady as a judge also advocating for pedophile shit. And we already seen how people are advocating and talking about how they like we've been seeing recently people talk about like on a college type level about being attracted to kids sexually. It shouldn't be nothing wrong with that. They don't know. We shouldn't even call them pedophiles because that's a oppressing name. Like we're starting to get those type of rhetorics as time progresses. So,
but when you say advocating, do you mean like she's not for punishing them to the fullest extent, like the maximum every time?
I'm not sure. The fact that
when I hear advocating, I think like hey, let
so
them
my
out.
thing is the slippery slope thing. When you push these agendas to like, oh, pedophiles are being oppressed, so that inherently means we should be taking things lighter on them. If we're taking things lighter on them in court, that means their behavior. If we're not punishing their behavior harshly, that means what they're doing is not that bad. That's how things work. You're not gonna punish them harshly. That means it can't be that possibly bad. You almost like a slap on the wrist misdemeanor. So that's my thing. It's like the slippery slope, along with all the things and how we see this society's already pushing nasty ass shit. Then you're getting a judge trying to listen, like basically trying to advocate for lesser consequences for people that's already not getting really hit across the head in the first place.
Yeah.
So that I think it's a part of a grand scheme. Is what makes it's not just about her. I think she's just another part of another piece to the puzzle of them pushing this nasty ass shit. Because I said a long time ago, they keep pushing this shit. They're gonna keep pushing it. Pedophilia, all this other shit that basically Babylon fell for. That's what I feel like. These motherfuckers are these corporations and people pushing this nasty ass shit. These blue check marks pushing this nasty ass shit. They're trying to get us closer to Babylon every day. Which I mean, you can already say we are, but they try to make it worse and worse every day. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I think they love the chaos. I think they love to make this whole crazy world because that's when they had the most control. So that's why. That's how I feel about her. She nasty. And she thinks she's fucking. She thinks she's a fucking voice for pedophiles, basically.
I don't know, I have to reread this article and watch that video to have my point back what I was talking about. But anyways, I think that's all I got today. It was a great episode. It was fun. Salute everybody watching. Salute everybody in the motherfucking chat.
Shout out to the co-producer Charles.
Salute Charles there with motherfucking cheese. Let me check some real quick. Then we're gonna get the fuck up out of here.
Big dog be blessing.
Yep. All right, yeah. So that's all I got, man. Salute to everybody who was watching. Salute to everybody in the motherfucking chat. This has been the Absolute Sure Podcast. Hope you enjoy. Go to Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, and subscribe to the podcast over there as well. Got anything else?
That's it, man. It's be Neil. Check out Emerald Gamer Reaction. We dropping weekly over there.
All right, man. See y'all next time.